Hello. Today we are going to learn about comparative and superlative adjectives. But first, can you remember what adjectives are, Turbo Girl?
Yes, adjectives are words that we use to describe nouns. For example, in a young boy, a yellow bag, and 3 pencils, the words young, yellow, and 3 are adjectives.
Good. Let's look at comparative adjectives first. Here is a list of them. Adjectives, comparative adjectives. Tall, taller. Small, smaller. Long, longer. Slow, slower. Big, bigger. We use comparative adjectives when we compare two nouns. Let's look at this example. Ricky is taller than Chickaloo. The comparative adjective, taller, in the sentence compares Ricky's height with Chickaloo's height. Comparative adjectives usually end with er. For example, in the word tall, we add er at the end of it to become the comparative adjective taller. We often write than after the comparative adjective. Let's now look at superlative adjectives. Here are some examples. Adjectives, comparative adjectives, superlative adjectives. Tall, taller, tallest. Small, smaller, smallest. Long, longer, longest. Slow, slower, slowest. Big, bigger, biggest. We use the superlative adjectives when we want to compare 3 or more nouns. For example, Mr. Henry is the tallest animal on the farm. This sentence compares Mr. Henry's height with all the other animals on the farm. Most superlative adjectives end with est, and we often write the before it. For example, Mr. Henry is the tallest animal on the farm. The adjective tall ends with est as it is a superlative adjective. And the word the is written before the superlative adjective tallest. When adjectives have 3 or more syllables, we cannot just add er or est.
Why not, teacher?
Words like beautiful, comfortable, and expensive are too long for us to add er or est. The words beautiful and expensive have 3 syllables. The word comfortable has 4 syllables. So, we do not say beautifuler, expensiver, beautifulest, or expensivest. We have to write more before these adjectives to make the comparative form. For example, Turbo Girl is more beautiful than Vinny.
Okay, so I should write this bed is more comfortable than the sofa.
That's right. And when an adjective has 3 or more syllables, we have to write most before the adjective to make the superlative form. For example, Turbo Girl is the most beautiful girl. We use most in the sentence when we want to compare Turbo Girl with all the other girls. Okay, Turbo Girl, do you understand all that I've taught you today?
Sure, teacher. We have learned about comparative and superlative adjectives. We use comparative adjectives when we compare two nouns. For example, Ricky is taller than Chikalu. This sentence compares Ricky's height with Chikalu's height. Comparative adjectives usually end in ER, and we often write then after it. We use superlative adjectives when we want to compare three or more nouns. For example, Mr. Henry is the tallest animal on the farm. This sentence compares Mr. Henry's height with the rest of the animals on the farm. Most superlative adjectives end with EST, and we often write the before it. When adjectives have three or more syllables, we write more before the adjective to form the comparative form. For example, Turbo Girl is more beautiful than Vinny. We write most before these adjectives to make the superlative form. For example, Turbo Girl is the most beautiful girl.
Well done, Turbo Girl.